Hello and welcome to Liquis Launchpad. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how to do your costing using the Business Builder app. Using the Business Builder app, I'm going to show you how to calculate your product cost if you're a wholesaler or a retailer. And then in the next episode, I will be doing it for a manufacturer or a service provider. So as you can see, this is our Business Builder dashboard. We've got our profile section, we've got our business plan, we've got our checklists and guides, we've got our business activity, we've got quick tools, we've got help, we've got daily activities, and then we've also got our About Us section. So in this tutorial, we're going to be using this section, the quick tools section. That's the section that we're going to be using. So all I need to do is click on quick tools, and then when I've clicked on quick tools, as you can see, there's the product cost calculator. So I click on product cost calculator, and then after clicking on product cost calculator, it will take us to the fixed cost calculator. So that is the first thing that we do. The fixed cost calculator has already been formatted. As you can see, I hope it's clear. The font might be a bit small, but then we've got our rent, which is 250. So what you should know about fixed costs is that they are constant. Like we said, they are not related to production or sales volume, but then they might change because for example, the landlord might choose to increase your rent, but it's not related to production. So in this case, we've got our rent, we've got our electricity and water, which is $65. Our rent is $250. We've got labor, we've got licenses, we've got marketing expenses, we've got transport, we've got repairs, we've got insurance, we've got consumables. So under consumables, we have other things such as bond paper, we've got staples, and those things might be related to your production or your sales volume, but the amounts are so insignificant, and we therefore tend to treat them like fixed costs, even if they might vary. And so in this case, our total fixed cost per month is $1,086. So that's the first thing that we need to do. We need to calculate our fixed cost and have an idea how much we pay per month. So assuming that this is correct, we then save, and then after we have saved, we click next, and then it will take us to the total variable cost per month. So under this one, I've also entered the information. We've got, say for example, some addresses, and then we've got the estimated number of items that we're going to sell per month. So that's why I was saying it is important to record your sales, and then that way it becomes easier to predict even your future sales. So the estimated number of items sold per month is 8 for some addresses, and then the cost per item. So because you're a wholesaler or a retailer, you're not making these things, you're getting them somewhere for resale. So in this case, the cost per item is the amount that we paid when we were getting those things. That is excluding the transport. That is the cost. Say for example, the summer dress, it cost $8. So we're going to sell 8 dresses, and that's going to be $64. And then next we've got our shades, which is where I just highlighted, and then our estimated number of shades sold is going to be 15. And then the cost per item, we bought these shades at $12 each, and then the total is going to be 180. So that's 12 times 15. So the business builder already has it's been pre-formatted, so it's going to calculate all these things for you, and it will show you how it will do the calculations for you, and next we've got handbags, we've got hats, we've got pumps, we've got skirts, we've got stilettos, we've got bracelets, and then we've got the respective prices that we were paying for these items. So I'm just scrolling down, and then you'll notice that our total for all these items, which is our total variable cost per month, which is the amount that we are paying to get our stock. This is not the amount that we are selling them at. This is the amount that we are paying to get our stock. So the total variable cost per month is going to be $1,592. And then when we now have our total, we then choose the type of business. So even the manufacturers can use this section of the app. It works the same. But then the difference is in the next section where we now do the calculations. So in this case, it's for a retailer. So I will choose this option, that is the retailer option. And then after I've chosen the retailer option, I will then first I will save, and then I will click proceed. So after I've proceeded, you'll find that the business builder already has my information. So you'll find there I've got my total fixed cost per month, and then I've got my variable cost per month, and then it has also gone on to calculate my fixed cost charge. So this is where a lot of businesses go wrong. Most businesses calculate the variable cost per item, but then they do not incorporate the fixed cost charge. So in this case, our fixed cost charge is 0.68. Depending on my margins and my markup, this might be too high, but then the idea is to try and keep it as low as possible, and you will see why we do this. And so in this case, we are going to be calculating for our summer dresses, for our shades and handbags and hats. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fill in the product name. So the product name, this is the first column, and then after the product name, we've got our variable cost per item. We've just written it as variable per item. So the variable per item, this is the amount that we pay. So if you go back, you'll remember that our summer dresses cost $8 when we're buying them. That is excluding all the other costs. And then the next thing that we have to look at is the fixed cost per item. So in this case, the business builder is pre-formatted, and it will calculate the fixed cost charge per item. So you do not need to calculate this section. You do not need to calculate this one, and you also do not need to calculate the total cost per item. The business builder does that for you automatically. So in this case, let us start entering our details. So the first item that we're going to start with is our summer dress. And then the summer dress costs $8. So it gives us the calculation. As you can see, the summer dress costs $8, and then the fixed cost per item is $5.46, and then the total cost per item is $13.46. So you might have bought the dress for $8, but then the mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make is that you get the dress for $8 and then you sell it for, say, $12, and you think you're making a profit. But in this case, as you can see, our total cost per item is $13.46, and that is because our total fixed cost charge is high. So if you sell at $12, you will make a loss. It might seem like you made $4, but then the actual truth is that your fixed cost charge is eating into that, so you're not making as much as you think you are making. So let's calculate as well for the next item, which is our shades. Let's calculate for our shades. And then our shades cost $12. So we enter our 12, and then because our shades, we bought our shades at $12, our fixed cost charge is 0.68. So in this case it's going to be $8.19. I hope you are following. The fixed cost charge is $8.19. So on top of our $12, which is the variable cost per item, we need to add $8.19, and then the total for our shades is $20.19. And in this case, if we were going to say sell our shades at $20, it would mean that we are selling them at a loss of 0.19 cents. I hope that is clear, and I look forward to having you in the next section when I teach you how to use the business builder to calculate your product cost if you are a manufacturer or a service provider. So basically, this is how you do your costing. So all you're entering is your prices. All you need to do is to know where you're entering them. In other words, this is usually referred to as break-even analysis, or break-even. This is when you're doing your break-even, and the fixed cost charge is your fixed cost over your sales or your variable cost of the month. So thank you. I hope you found this tutorial useful.